Meet the Great and the Snowy Trail. I, Nate the Great, am a detective. This morning I was a cold detective. I was standing in the snow when my dog saw the building a snow dog and a snow detective. They looked like Sarge and me. They were cold and white and wet, and so were we. Rosamond came along. Rosamond is drained most of the time. Today was one of those times. She was fooling her four cats, super hacks, big hacks, little hacks, and plain hacks on a sled. She went up to the snow detective. I lost your birthday present, she said to him. The snow detective did not answer. I did. The detective is 1 hour old. Why are you giving him a birthday present? Rosamond looked at me. Oh, it's for you, she said. My birthday is July 12, I said. This is the middle of winter. I believe it's giving early, Rosamond said. She pointed to her sled. I was putting your present on my sled, but the present fell off along the way. Do you know when or where it happened? I asked. Yes, Rosamond said. It was a feeling the drippy snow from the tree was falling on me. Then, all of a sudden, the sled felt lighter. I turned around and looked at it. Your present was gone. I walked around and around in the snow, but I couldn't find it. It was a happy birthday card on it. Will you look for your present? I, Nate the Great, knew that Rosamond's present must be strange. But I am a detective, and the present was lost. I, Nate the Great, will take your case. I said, tell me what the present is, so I will know what to look for. Oh, I can tell you that, Rosamond said. It will spoil the surprise, but it could be big or small, or medium size, or square, or pointy, or flat, or bogey, or red, or blue, or green, or black, or plaid, or polka dotted, or... Suddenly I, Nate the Great, knew something I did not want this case. How can I find something if I do not know what I am looking for? I asked. You're a great detective, aren't you? Rosamond said. She walked away and pulled her cat behind her. Sarge and I went out inside. I left a note for my mother. I put on a dry pair of mittens. Then Sarge and I went out into the snow. Rosamond had given me a clue, but she did not know it. She had told me that the sled felt lighter the moment the present was not on it. I, Nate the Great, knew that the present must be heavy, but it had to fit on the sled with the four cats, so I knew it was not as big as a dead tree or a broken sofa or an old door or some other strange thing that only Rosamond could think of. I, Nate the Great, was glad about that. I looked down at the snow. I saw Rosamond's footprint. I saw sled marks. Some came toward my house. Some went away from my house. I, Nate the Great, had an idea. If I followed the print that landed toward my house, I could see the path that Rosamond took to my house. Perhaps the present was lying in the snow. Along the path, Sarge and I walked forward in the snow, while we watched Rosalind's footprints going backward in the snow. It was a long, cold walk. The snow crunched. Icicles hung from the tree. All at once, under a tree, Rosamond's footprints went in a wide circle around and around. This must be where the lost my present and was looking for it. Rosalind sniffed the snow. I looked at the snow for a pancake, or the snow prints of a package. But the snow next to the sad marks was unbroken. I, Nate Degree, was puzzled. Now could have dropped off the sled and not be in the snow or leave a mark. In the snow, there were no footprints either, so I, Nate Degree, knew that no one had come along and taken the birthday present. But how did the present get off the sled, and where was it? This is that ice-cold case, I said to Sod. Sod shivered. He trudged on. We saw Annie and her dog Fang. Sod shivered some more. He was afraid of Fang. I, Nate the Great, was afraid of Fang. Fang ran toward us. Sod leaped over a big pile of snow. I had never seen Sod leap that high. Sod is so friendly, Annie said. She was making a snow doll. It looked just like a Fang. It had icicles for teeth. They were long and sharp and pointy, just like Fang's teeth. But I liked them better. They would melt, I said. I am looking for a heavy birthday present that could be big or small, or medium-sized, or square, or pointy, or flat, or bulgy, or red, or blue, or green, or black, or plot or polka dotted, or any numbers of things. But there is one thing for sure. It is strange. Rosamond was here, Annie said, but she laughed. I have not seen anything strange since then. What did she do and say? I asked. Well, Annie said, I was inside drinking a hot chocolate. Rosamond came in. She told me that she had a birthday present for you. She said it was outside on her side with her forecast. She wouldn't tell me what it was, but she said it was the most beautiful present ever. That is a good clue, I said. Rosamond thinks scorpion and spider and bats are beautiful. So I, Nate the Great, no, I am looking for something ugly. I taken to Annie for her help. I called to Sarge. He was hiding behind a pile of snow. He started out again. We are looking for something strange, heavy, and ugly, I said. I saw a snow castle up ahead. Cud was sitting inside it. Cud was always losing things. Look what I found, Cud said. A snow castle. You look into changing, I said. Perhaps you have found a strange, heavy, and ugly birthday present. Who would want to find that? Claude asked. It was a good question, but I, Nate the Great, did not want to answer it. I saw an ugly birthday card at the store this morning, Claus said. Rosamond was buying it. Uh-huh, I said. What else did Rosamond buy? She bought 6 cartons of milk, Claus said. I need the great was sorry to hear that. 6 cartons of milk, I said. I need the great did not want a birthday present that was cold and white and wet. I was already colder and whiter and wetter than I had even been. I said goodbye to Claus. Enjoy your castle, I said. Don't lose it. How can I lose a castle? Claus asked. Only you know how, I said. Serge and I went to Rosamond's house. I said, I do not know where my birthday present is, but I know what it is. Please open your refrigerator. Rosamond opened the refrigerator. I saw tuna fish, cat food, and a melting snow cat inside. Uh-huh, I said. No milk. You bought 6 cartons of milk this morning, but now you have none. You put them on your sled to take to me. And that was the birthday present you lost and on the way to my house. Rosamond took on the snow cat and licked it. Why would I buy you a strange present like 6 cartons of milk? She asked. I need the green knew better than to tell Rosamond why the milk was for my cat. Rosamond said. They drank it up. I need the great was getting nowhere, nor here. This case was more ice cold than ever. I tried to think warm, but thought about my warm house. I thought about warm pancake. I said goodbye to Rosamond, Serge and I trudged home. The snow. Serge was still shivering at home. I ate some warm pancake. I gave Serge a warm bone. Serge is a great detective. But all he had done was shiver and live in the snow. Live in the snow. Live. I need the great thought about that. Did Serge know something I didn't know? I thought about footprints and sad marks in the snow and snow that had no marks in it. And 6 cartons of milk and the other chilly things. The milk was for Rosamond for cats, but she bought 6 cartons. Who would needed the 2 extra cartons of milk? And what would Rosamond think was the most beautiful present ever? Suddenly, I need the great knew that my present was and where it was and how it got there. I said to Serge, I know what is heavy, strange, and ugly and can't get off a sled without landing in the snow. The case is solved, and you were a big help. But we must go out into the cold warm again. Serge and I went back to the place where Rosamond had lost the present. This time I did not look down at the snow. I looked up at the tree. There was my birthday present sitting high up in the tree. It was heavy and strange and ugly, all right. It was the biggest cat I have ever seen. It was bigger than the super hat. It was almost as big as Sarge. It was almost as big as me. Nate the Great, it was a monster. It had a happy birthday card hanging from a ribbon around its neck. Now I knew why Rosamond had bought 6 cartons of milk when she had only 4 cats. This monster cat she was giving me was so big it needed 2 quarters of milk, and I knew why. I had not seen the birthday present or marks from the birthday present in the snow next to the sled. The birthday present had not touched the snow. It had leaped from the sled into the tree. Now I knew everything except what I was going to do with my birthday present. Such and I went back to Rosamond's house. The case is solved, I said. I found my birthday present up a tree. Oh, good, Rosamond said. His name is Super Duper Hex. I got him from the same place I got Super Hex, Big Hex, Little Hex, and Plain Hex. I wanted to keep him, but he fight with my cat and wins. He scratch claws and bite, but nobody perfect. Happy birthday! Sometimes being a great detective is not great. Such and I took it home. I threw the snow. We passed the tree where my birthday present was still sitting. He liked it there. Maybe he would sit there forever. Or maybe he would jump down and follow us home. So then I kept walking. I, Nate the Great, knew 2 new things. Never look up and never look back. So then I went home and sat by the fire. I was glad I had only one birthday a year. The end.